Hi guys, it's Kelly at Let's Go Reads. Welcome back to my channel. And I guess I should start by saying it's been a while. I've been gone for about 4 months and then a longer period of time before then as well. And yeah, I just wanted to apologise for that. Things were a bit up and down with my mental health, and I just didn't feel confident enough to be back on the channel and communicating with you about my reading journey, my journal journey, and my witchcraft journey either. So that meant that there was a long period of time where no content was being created, and I feel really guilty about that. I kind of just dropped off the face of the earth for a period of time, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that I will be back now creating content for you on a weekly basis, because I miss it. I really do. It's a big part of my life, and I really enjoyed creating content and sharing it and communicating with you guys. And yeah, it's just something that I've just really felt was missing during that time I was away, because it really improves my confidence and my mental health and puts me in a routine, and I really enjoy routines like a lot. And when I don't have a routine, I feel that like things are just all up in the air and there's nothing that can ground me, you know? But for my first video, just to try and get myself back into the habit of creating content on a regular basis, I just thought I'd share with you some of the decks and other witchcraft tools that I have been using lately to just to try and get back into the flow of creating content. And I thought sharing some decks would be really fun as well. So the first deck I want to share with you is one that I got for Christmas, and is the Gentle Tarot with the large guidebook. If I just put that to the side, you can still see it kind of. The Gentle Tarot is one that has been in my collection for the smallest amount of time out of all these decks, and I've really loved using this deck. I'm gonna have to get back into the flow of like how to present these. I think I'll just put them on the table like that. I've been using it the least, admittedly, because it wasn't one that I was really sure. I wasn't really sold on it. But the thing that really solidified, like, yes, I need this deck in my collection, was the guidebook. The deck does come with a guidebook on its own, but I really do think that the larger guidebook is worth the price. Purely because, let me just turn to a page and show you the Root of Cups. They have these little, what they're called, affirmations. And I'm in love with the affirmations. And they have like really lengthy descriptions for every single card. I'm not sure if the smaller guidebook does have the affirmations. I don't think it does, but I could be wrong. But it's literally worth it alone just for the affirmations, because they're so beautiful. I was also a little unsure because they changed the names. I believe it's Wands, Cups, Thunder and Stones. That takes a while to get your head around, and the courts have changed as well, but once you get your head around it, it's an absolutely phenomenal deck, and I love the messages that it's been telling me. I started the year off with this deck, and the art is just so cute. Look at the little fox. But yeah, this deck has been with me during some of my hardest times at the beginning of this year, and I felt this overwhelming, like soothing and nurturing energy that I think really helped me during that period of time. So it's a very nurturing deck, very much a caregiver, and I've just really enjoyed working with it. One more card. What have we got? The Magician. Look at that card. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I've just realised, after saying all of that, on the front of the box, it literally says, heal yourself, heal the earth. How perfect is that? So you probably already know about this deck. This deck is very popular in the tarot community, but I've only just got my hands on it and I love every second I've had with it so far. If I put that over to the side, I don't think you can see it anymore. That's good. And the next deck I want to share with you that I've been using this year so far is the Anime Tarot. And it says, explore the archetype, symbolism and magic in anime. Now this one is a pip deck. I will pre-warn you with that, just in case you're not interested in pip decks. But the guidebook is incredible to support you if you're not that confident using a pip deck. So my time with this deck is purely because I was reading towards the end of the year Rebel Witch by Kellyanne Maddox. And what she talks about in Rebel Witch is the idea of sacred texts. I knew absolutely nothing about this. I just thought, sacred text, yeah, that's going to be my grimoire, you know? No. A sacred text is something that, like, I can't remember how she described it, but it's something that nurtures you through life, and it's like a comfort. And for me, my major comfort has always been the manga of Fruits Basket by Natsuki Takiya. I've had it ever since I was a child. I have my own little shrine behind me. You can't see it at the moment, but full of the old editions, the new editions, the fan book, the DVDs, everything, pop vinyls, plushies, anything you can think of goes on my Fruits Basket altar space, as it were. And because of that, I needed to find a deck that I could use with my sacred text. And that's when I came across the Anime Tarot. Because even we're starting off with the Fool, right? It mentions my girl Toru Honda right at the beginning. And like, how is that not my girl right there? Can you see her? Yeah. And we go in, it mentions Akito for a villain. It mentions Kyo, the love interest. Everybody who is in Fruits Basket. I think it mentions Momiji as well. This probably means nothing if you don't know the story of Fruits Basket, but I wanted a deck that I could use to work with my sacred text and to try and figure it out. I might do some videos in the future on sacred text if anyone's interested, and I can show you how I use my sacred text and how I work in it. But it's just been phenomenal, and this deck is perfect for it. It makes me so happy just talking about it. So yeah, this is my sacred textbook, shall we say. Sacred text deck, I should say, not sacred textbook. One more card, the Six of Swords. And I think the colours, the pastel colours are just so cute. Look at Temperance. Isn't she gorgeous? So that's the next deck I've been working with. I'm going to try and not spend too long dwelling on every single deck, because I don't want this video to be super long, as I'm just getting back into the flow of it and I am a little bit nervous, not gonna lie. Why won't you fit? There we go. But let's be real, I love a good ramble. Next up, we have one that I won't dwell on for too long because we all know it, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. This is your standard Rider-Waite-Smith, but just made pretty bright. Radiant, you might say. So for this one, it's quite glossy, so I apologise if it doesn't show up very well. But this deck has been my training deck, because I took a little bit of time off from my witchcraft practice when I got quite sick, and so I took a bit of time off, and I felt really rusty with my practice when I was coming back into it. So I thought what I needed more than anything was a Rider-Waite-Smith, just to jolt back my memory, like just kickstart my practice again. And this one has been working brilliantly. I love the fact that it's borderless. I love the colours that I used. It's really eye-catching. And the guidebook is okay. Like, it's your standard Rider-Waite-Smith guidebook nowadays, I think, where everything's just that little bit bare minimum, shall I say. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're a beginner. I'd probably stick with one of the larger ones. Maybe Guided Tarot is quite a good one if you're a beginner. That guidebook is like fantastic. But yeah, the guidebook's bare minimum, but the deck itself is wonderful. I'd just pair it with a different guidebook if you wanted to use this deck. Very, very quick and easy. Trying to get back into my practice, and it's worked. I'm really, really enthusiastic about getting back into my practice, like full flow. I've been reading all I can. What I might do, that's kind of given me an idea, I might do books I've been reading recently. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Because you've got decks I'm working with, might as well pair it with some books as well. Because I have been reading a lot just to try and jog my memory of everything. But yeah, so next up we have another tarot deck in a completely wrecked bag. But it came out late last year and I was so hyped for this. It's the Cozy Witch Tarot by Amanda Lovelace. I can't believe that I have a deck made by Amanda Lovelace now. If you don't know, Amanda Lovelace is one of my favourite creators ever. She's a poet. She's got a non-fiction book on witchcraft coming out this year, I believe. And I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with her. I think she's stunning. So naturally, I was very, very excited when news came about that the Cozy Witch Tarot was out, and I had it on pre-order. I want to get a second copy at one point because I'm just obsessed. Maybe I can get a second copy and then keep it on my altar. That would be quite fun. But basically, the Cozy Witch Tarot, the reason I love it so much is because it has amazing body diversity. And just a quick example here. And there's also these little messages at the bottom of each card. So if we're going to go 5 of Wands, a good coven lets every witch have a say. Beautiful. The sun says, give yourself permission to experience joy. And look at this, isn't it stunning? And this is a deck that I've been using pretty much all the time. I absolutely adore Amanda Lovelace's work, as I've mentioned, and the messages themselves just give me, it immediately sparks inspiration, and you immediately know what direction you want to take it in. And I love that. I love a deck that can do that for me. And I used it for my Wheel of the Year reading this year, and it was fantastic. Like, it was just, I was blown away by how quickly I was able to get back into the flow of my magical practice and my tarot readings as well. And it's just stunning. What more can be said other than the fact that there's coffee cups on the back of the cards? I wasn't a fan of the cards on the backs when I first bought the deck. I was just like, ugh. But now I'm just like, the cups are coffee cups. How can I not love that? How is that not cozy and sweet? And there's something innocent about this deck, I'd say. Something very innocent about it. And I adore every single thing that Amanda Lovelace brings out. And I will continue to pre-order anything that she wants to sell. So there's that one. We've only got 2 more things to share with you. And that's the last of the tarot. I also have some oracle. So one of the oracle decks that I have is the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck by Anne Shin. I should have been saying who all these people were by, who all these decks are by, but I haven't. This is one that I think I would benefit more from the deck if I had the large book. But the art is just so gorgeous and fantastic that I'm just loving it. The reason I've been using this lately is trying to spark inspiration and look for signs in my practice. Because I believe it was in October when my, for those who didn't know, previously my deities were Hermes and Aphrodite. That was who I worked with. And in October, my journey with Aphrodite was brought to an end. It was mutual, because sometimes deities don't last your whole, aren't there with you for good. Sometimes they do end up saying, look, I've done all I can to, like, we've learned everything we can together. And that happened between me and Aphrodite. And it was emotional, guys. I did this wonderful ritual at my altar space, and we held like what was sort of like a party between myself and Aphrodite, and she left me a gorgeous message that is still on my altar. I pulled some cards together, we had a conversation, and I left the final message on my altar space, which is the Three of Cups, which I think is perfect. But basically what I've been looking ever since is to find a new goddess. Just looking out for signs, just seeing what intrigues me, seeing what I could research more into. Not making any large steps into communicating with them yet. I'm just looking out for signs. So I've been pulling a card every once in a while, doing some research on them, seeing if there'd be something I'm interested in. Bridget is one who I am really, really interested in at the moment, but we'll see how that journey goes. But I just absolutely love this deck. I love the illustrations. I think just their faces and the lips in particular are stunning. And yeah, so that's pretty much been my use with this deck. There is a large book that you can buy with more information, because the guidebook is useful, but as you can see, there's only a small paragraph for each and then it encourages you to go off and research on your own. But I would like more books with a little bit more information, so that might be purchased in the future. So that is Legendary Ladies, and now for my last thing that I've been working on. I've been trying to get back into my charm casting. Let me get my charms for you. This is my little tiny baggie of charms. If I just pull a few out for you to see. I might do a full video on my charm collection in the future, if that'll be something you guys are interested in. But we have things for pets, for nutrition. I do still have my charm for Aphrodite in here. Myself as a charm, masks, if I'm masking anything, or like looking of what's beneath the mask, or beside the mask in this case. Angel messages, a cute little air balloon for travel, a skull for endings, an arrow which could be pointing to something, and this one just generally means witchcraft as well. So here's some of my charms. I hope you can see those okay. But I have so many, and I'm in the process of redoing my charm casting. So we also have some very big charms of crystals. So here's some amethyst. I have some dice in here as well. But I might just do a full video all about my charm casting kit and how I go through the process of picking my charms, how I cast them, when I use them. I use them mostly in tarot readings. If I want a little extra clarification of what something could be indicating, I'll pick a charm, or I'll scatter some charms over the reading if it's a big reading. But I might do some more videos on that in the future, because I feel like that would be more helpful than me just picking out every single charm and going through them right now. But yes, so that is everything I have to share with you today. I'm just going to lay out my decks in a very decorative way. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched my little return to YouTube, it means the absolute world to me to still have subscribers after a period away. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It means the absolute world to me. I used to have an Etsy store. It is currently open, but there are no readings on it at the moment. But if you check back within a week or so, I'm hoping my Etsy store tarot readings will be back up and running. So watch this space, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.